Well, everybody, it's probably about 9 or so in the morning. I figured, I seen Mazda making his RFL homemade, kind of, with other parts of speakers and stuff. And I still haven't finished mine. This obviously used to be a 24. I deleted the video. It did get a lot of hits. But I'm actually trying to do something a little bit more differently here. Once I do get the 10-inch bicycle tube for the surround, and then I'm not using this as a cone, I'm going to actually probably buy a cone. Because every time I get a cone, I can never get it to hold together. These are tending to do it, but you can see how hard the coil is pushing up against this. And I mean, it's not from me pushing this, it's from hammering the crap out of it, and it's got stab marks in the cone area from these right here, because it does move that far up and down, no problem. It's got a good 2 inches to 2 inches. I can raise the coil up a little bit more and probably get some more excursion that way. But these are all rare earth magnets inside. If you guys seen my other videos before I deleted them, you know what you're dealing with there. You got yourself a magnet, a rare earth magnet. It's an N42. I believe it's 256 pulling pounds of force if this thing makes contact with another piece of metal. So you could like hang yourself with that thing if you had a piece of rope around it. Throw it against some metal, bam. No, it's really strong. I don't even want to get my camera too close to it because it's badass magnet. And then there's one in the center, the riser. It actually sits about a good an inch over the center one, so it extends the pole a little bit higher so the excursion can continue. I found this out just by trial and error. I guess I've been seeing some subwoofers that do this. So the tighter the tolerance, the better. Obviously, the spacing, the better. The closer it is to the magnet, the better. That is only one wrap. I will eventually get the surround and everything, and I'm going to make a smaller speaker. It's probably going to be sitting about this high. When it's all done, that's quite a bit. It might sit up a little higher, because I'm going to probably make the coil, redo everything again, because this is too short. I need to actually have it up here more so the excursion doesn't, it doesn't bottom out. I even cut these posts down a little bit so I can get even more travel in the future. I'm looking to get around 5.5, 5.25 linear. Well, I actually can't really say linear, but, well, as close as linear as possible. Anything over that's going to be 6 inches. And that, hopefully, it'll hold together at 6, but that's why I'm trying to do this just right. So I actually had a problem with these connections. I hooked it up to my amp, and one of these are bad. It's the ground, and it, like, fried right on the neck. So, like, I have to wiggle around, then it connects again, but it's so messed up, one of these wires, from throwing 1,000 watts RMS through each one. And they get pretty hot real quick. Just with this amplifier, the old school precision power. So that is what I've been using, and it makes it work quite well. It's just the fact that there's lots of resistance, and I don't know what ohms the coil is, but that is only one wrap of 21 gauge copper insulet wire, and that's how I'm getting the excursion, and well, mainly because of the magnets. I spent $150 just on the magnets. So stay tuned for the video, man, because I've already had one already made. I just didn't have all the magnets I do now. And it hit so hard that the speaker box I made, it was similar looking to this one. It was moving it across the ground, a homemade speaker. So I am actually, I just can't wait to get the damn surround. That's what I really need. I'm just waiting on that, and I'm actually just thinking about trying to find a small bicycle and just take out the tube. If it's flat, if it has a hole in it somewhere, I can, you know, cut around that part. And if it does, I can always seal it with tire, you know, tire sealant or patch kit. I'm not actually use the actual rubber kit, but use the glue to seal it. But I'm going to cut this all down, and it's all going to meet up here. I'm going to just have to make this smaller so it can be more compact. There's the 24-inch right here. There's the cone right there. You guys might say, no, remake it, you know. Well, the video I had, I even made a box for it and everything. It's just, there's so much moving mass that when you're making this kind of homemade, that you would actually need real parts, because there's just so much weight. You're talking like a 5-pound cone, you know, and voice coil assembly, and that's ridiculous. That's way too much weight for a speaker to move efficiently. So you would need like 10,000 watts to move it like normal. But well, that's my video for today, people. I'm going to see if I can get some things done here. I think that small bike might do it, but it's got to be a small tube. Otherwise, if it's not, and you try to force it into a smaller size, what happens is it wrinkles, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. See, right there is what I'm talking about. It'll pull itself away, it'll bind, so it's got to be just the right shape. You can't force it too much. So this is going to be have like a 10-inch surround on it, basically. Not this, but you know, a general idea. And it's going to be like that big, the surround. It's going to be huge. And then the surround's going to account for probably 25% of the cone surface area, which will allow it to get the excursion. I'm not worried about cone surface area because I'm going to have so much movement. This speaker will be, it'll sound like a 15 or an 18. So stay tuned. Sorry for the long video. I know you know, you guys want to see some more stuff, so I'll get the videos out there as soon as I can. Just got to get this one part done, and I got to make the basket all over again. So, which is going to be a little fun. So, check you guys later. This will be done really, really soon. Alright. Deuce.